It's live, Prabhuji.
Are we on? Jai Ho, Jai Jagannath. I can't see my picture on the screen. It just says Iskcon Coventry. Oh, now I can. Jai Jagannath. So today is a very exciting day in Midlands, and for many reasons. One of the main reasons is that we were able to open our temple so the volunteers could come in and clean the temple yard and the garden area. And people came, they had their turn. And one surprise, well, it was kind of a surprise we had for everyone is that if they come for the service, seva, they can actually go into the temple and take darshan. And I saw the faces of people who took the darshan. There was a big smile ear to ear. And it's all Jagannath's mercy, because there's Gundicha Marjanam, which happens, like it's happening today, or happened today in Gundicha in Jagannath Puri. And we read the Leela the other day, and we were so inspired. So we came up with this idea that why don't we also clean our temple yard? And we did that. And I'd like to thank Vidhu Prabhu, because Vidhu Prabhu managed it all. He bought the brushes and everything, and all the various equipment. And so we scheduled it nicely. So thank you, Vidhu Prabhu. May Lord Jagannath bless you. And he's still at the temple and finishing off. And the entrance was so nicely decorated. I mean, it's been lockdown situation for over a year. And there was flowers there, everything, all arrangement was absolutely beautiful. And it seemed like, you know, the lockdown was over. So as we were leaving, about 3-4 other Matajis came to, you know, do more of the floral decoration. So we have Jagannathji in the temple, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, and Gonitai. And this Rath Yatra, we will talk later on more and more about it. You know, Lord Chaitanya made it more significant, gave the real secret, rahasya, what's behind the pulling of the chariot. So we'll discuss that more. So today's program is going to be start off with Srila Prabhupada Aarti. And our young man, Jai Krishna, is going to sing Srila Prabhupada Aarti, Guru Vandana. And then there'll be a short video, Srila Prabhupada's lecture on Rath Yatra. And obviously we wanted bhajans on this festival occasion. And we have Mrs. Roy. She's going to be singing. You know, we love her singing. And Ishani Mataji, she's a recording star. She'll be having bhajans sing. And she's doing videos now as well. She's done one for Rath Yatra, but I don't know whether it's ready for today. I don't think so, but she records, and this is really, really encouraging. And young Sudarshan, he manages the programs, and also with Dinesh and Prem Prakash Prabhu. So Sudarshan is very talented, so he's going to sing something. And Shraddha Devi, you know, she stitches, just same as Prem Mandri, clothes for Lord Jagannath. Jai Jagannath. It's a wonderful service. So I've called Prem Mandri and Shraddha Devi as tailor sisters. So they're tailor sisters for Jagannathji. And then Guru Sevak is going to sing Jagannath Ashtakam. And we always remember when we go for London Rath Yatra, you know, how, you know, Guru Sevak always sings at the end when we reach Trafalgar Square. And, hang on. Okay, somebody just sent me a picture. Okay, so then Guru Sevak, after Guru Sevak, we're going to have a 6:50 a chat. So it won't be a normal class, but you know, if Vidhu can make it in time, and I will get him on the program as well, and Shraddha Devi, and Tamal Prabhu, and maybe Sudarshan. He's a young man, sort of been through many Rath Yatras as a small young person, and I want his impression what Rath Yatra means to him. And then at 7:30 we'll have Gora Aarti and Kirtans, and we'll have a go at it, Guru Sevak, myself. So, and we'll finish off with the sing of the prayers. So today is another occasion happening, which is Guru Sevak and Anurag's wedding anniversary. They've been married for 8 years. Seems like only yesterday. So please bless the couple. They really serve the family very nicely and also the temple very nicely while they're working as well. So it's a pleasure to have this young couple with us. And also Nan, Manju and Bharat, it's their wedding anniversary as well. So I don't know how many years is that, but congratulations to both of you. So I can't think of any other news as such. So what we'll do is we'll go to Jai Krishna and the temple. So we can do Srila Prabhupada Vandana. Jai Jagannath. Jai Krishna, you ready?
Yes, Prabhuji.
It was lovely to see you at the temple. All the way from Milton Keynes, you come to do seva. That's why you're glowing. Wonderful. So over to you now. Let me the last and keyboard here.
चक्षुदान भक्ति गाय जहर चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा जनर दुलोके नाथ लोके राजीवाना प्रभु करो दर देह मोय पदर बेजास पोषक त्रिभुवाना प्रभु पाद पतित पवाना श्री गुरुदेव लोइलो शराना हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे राम राम Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Jai Ho. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhans Parvarkacharya Stotra Srim's Divine Grace. Aboy Charanar Vinda Shila Prabhupada Phanacharya Iskcon Shila Prabhupada Ki. Thank you, Jai Krishna. Did you enjoy singing that? You enjoyed singing that. Excellent. Bolo Jai Jagannath. Come on, raise your hands. Jai Jagannath. Excellent. Well done. Well, Srila Prabhupada blesses you. Sing in his glories. You're going to discover and more about what Krishna consciousness is. Thank you so much. So now we will be watching, the very personality who introduced the Rath Yatra to the whole world, like it wasn't known before. I didn't know about the Rath Yatra when back in 74, 75. And so Rath Yatra really brought another festival into our lives. But we knew Janamastami, Ram Navami, and Happy New Year, birthdays. But, being Krishna conscious means so many festivals in a year. So we would like to hear from Srila Prabhupada himself. I think this video is while he's on a Rath Yatra occasion. So let's hear what Srila Prabhupada has to say. So here's a short video. Jai Ho. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhava Tume Nilachala Chandra Swami Jagannath Nilachala Madhava Pyare Jagannath. So Sudarshan Prabhu, where is the video? Okay, while they're looking for the video, it must be somewhere. And let's look at the background of myself. I mean, I've got millions of people behind me and 3 incredible chariots. The one on the right here, because the picture is actually inverted, is Jagannath's chariot. And Balram's the one on the left there, and then Subhadra's in the middle. She's the ladly one. Both the brothers sort of loved Subhadra Maharani. And when Tamal Prabhu went to Rath Yatra, I thought he'll come back and talk about Lord Jagannath. He talked about Subhadra. He says, I like Subhadra very much. So it's amazing how when people go there, they like the different personalities. And over the years, I've grown to like Balramji because Balramji has helped me in my spiritual life. So these personalities are amazing. Look at the amount of people who are there. This happens every year. But last year, of course, of the lockdown, Corona, it didn't happen. And again, this year, there's curfew that nobody can be walking around the streets because tomorrow is the Rath Yatra occasion. So instead of all these people, there's about 1 million people there, on this Grand Road, which is fantastic. All you who have been there, you walked on this road. And Vidura and I, we once went there as 2 families, and we remember the occasion very well. It's so much hustle bustle. People some of them were fainting and they're being carried away. to be treated, because it can be hot. And if you look at the back there, there's some hoses there, they're spraying water on people because it can get hot. But when we went there was no need. So it's a wonderful occasion. And the Lord is being pulled. We're pulling the Lord. I mean, Krishna attracts you, he pulls you. But on this occasion, we are pulling Krishna and Balaram and Subhadra. And where are we taking them? That's amazing. Where are we taking them? We're taking them from Sri Mandir to Gundicha Mandir. So Sri Mandir is, like Kurukshetra. And then in the mood of Radharani, or the assistants and the gopis, we are pulling Krishna, Balaram, Subhadra to Vrindavan, which is Gundicha. So that is the mood, because Krishna left Vrindavan, although he never leaves. So there is always that discussion. There's Srila Prabhupada. Jai Ho. Any sound? We couldn't hear the sound, so the technicians are busy getting it right. All right. I think Jagannath is teasing us. Comes on, goes away. Right, we're talking about pulling. So, day and night we are pulling Maya towards us. Day and night we go to work, we want money, more Lakshmi. So we're pulling that.
Lord Krishna, 5,000 years ago, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he spoke the great Bhagavad Gita. Most of you have heard the name. And we have also published Bhagavad Gita as it is. Basis of this Krishna consciousness movement is Bhagavad Gita as it is. Bhagavad Gita, the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to remind you that you are all, you means all living entities, not only human beings, but also other than human beings, the animals, the trees, the birds, the aquatics, anywhere you find living force, that is part and parcel of God. God is also a living being, but as it is described in the Vedas, the chief living. It is said in the Kathopanishad, Nitya Nityana, Chetana Chetanana. God is one of the living beings, like us. But the difference between God and ourselves is this. Eko jo bahunam vidadhati kama. That one living being is providing, maintaining all other living beings. So, our position is being maintained by God, and God is maintainer. Our position is being predominated, and God is predominator. So, in this material world, the living entity, those living entity who wanted to become like God. So the human form of life is the opportunity to get out of the cycle of birth and death, disease and old age. And this Krishna consciousness movement is meant for educating people in this great science. So, we have published already about 20 books, 400 pages each, to elaborate the science of Krishna consciousness. So, the scientists, the philosophers, they can also understand by reading our books. And there will be more books.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada said, we are being maintained by the Supreme Lord, and that's what Jagannath Ji means. And Srila Prabhupada was saying real suffering is ignorance. Because one lady approached, elderly lady, a German lady in Rishikesh, approached Srila Prabhupada, said, what are you doing for world suffering? And Srila Prabhupada in a very loud voice said, what do you know about suffering? Ignorance is real suffering. And you can see that Srila Prabhupada, those his final days, he worked so hard to give knowledge to the whole world about Krishna consciousness. So ignorance is the real suffering, not going without food or money, So we really, really got to read Srila Prabhupada's books and read them daily or regularly, not just once in a while, and read them over and over again, the same things, and your suffering will go away. That's Srila Prabhupada has guaranteed it. And Krishnadas Kaviraj, who wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, he said the same thing. Please keep repeating, reading the same, scriptures again and again, and it'll enlighten you. So without further ado, now we'll go to Mrs. Roy. Mrs. Roy is going to sing a bhajan for us. We're looking forward to that. Are you there, Mrs. Roy?
Yes.
Oh, she's there. Yeah, I can hear her. Can you put your video on as well?
Gaur Krishna Jagannath. Gaur
Wow.
Krishna Jagannath.
Jagannath. Jai
Yeah,
Ho.
Jai Jagannath. Jaya Jagannath. Jaya Jagannath. Jaya Jagannath. Sachirananda. Jaya Jagannath. Jaya Jagannath. Sachirananda. ত্রিভুবনে করে যার চরণ বন্দন ত্রিভুবনে করে যার চরণ বন্দন জয় জগন্নাথ জয় জগন্নাথ সচির নন্দ নীলাচলে শঙ্খ চক্র গদা পদ্ম নীলাচলে শঙ্খ চক্র গদা পদ্ম নদিয়া নগরে দণ্ড কমণ্ডল কর নদিয়া নগরে দণ্ড কমণ্ডল কর কেহ বলে পুরবেদে রাবণ বদিলা কেহ বলে পুরবেদে রাবণ বদিলা গোকুলে ভৈরব লীলা প্রকাশ করিলা গোকুলে ভৈরব লীলা প্রকাশ করিলা জয় জগন্নাথ জয় জগন্নাথ সচির নন্দ শ্রীরাধার বাবে এবে গৌরয় অবতার শ্রীরাধার বাবে এবে গৌরয় অবতার হরে কৃষ্ণ নাম গৌর করিলা প্রকাশ হরে কৃষ্ণ নাম প্রভু করিলা প্রকাশ বাসুদেব ঘোষ বলে করি জোরহাত বাসুদেব ঘোষ বলে করি জোরহাত যেই কৃষ্ণ গৌর সেই কৃষ্ণ সেই জগন্নাথ যেই গৌর সেই কৃষ্ণ সেই জগন্নাথ জয় জগন্নাথ জয় জগন্নাথ জয় জগন্নাথ সচির নন্দ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে জয় জগন্নাথ জয় জগন্নাথ জয় জগন্নাথ সচির নন্দন হরি বল
Jai Ho, that was fantastic. I mean, Vasudev Ghosh is singing, the birds are beautiful. The saying, actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Jagannath because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna and Jagannath Ji is Krishna. And so it's wonderful. And we're running short of time, otherwise translation of this would have been really, really inspiring to understand what is being sung. Mrs. Roy, thank you so much and hope Lucky, gets better very, very soon. So we're all praying for her. So give our love to your daughter Lucky because she slipped and,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Jai Jagannath. Jai Ho. So now from Coventry, we'll go to Hinckley. And Ishani has got a bhajan for us. So I don't know what she's going to sing. Can we have her on the screen? Prem Prakash Prabhu also. I think they went to Birmingham to the Rath Yatra as well. So, there they are. Okay. Did you go to Birmingham? I can't hear you. I think you're muted. Yeah. Okay. Did you manage to go to Birmingham?
Yes, Prabhuji. And while we were returning, we realized that it's already being 6 o'clock. So how we are going to be attending this?
Anyway, I'm glad you made it back. And you did the service as well at the temple, I believe.
Yeah, a small service, Prabhuji, just menial service. We tried doing it.
Yeah, well, many others followed you and all that. And today, I just seen a picture, Vidhu sent it. They actually put the new flags on the gates. So
Okay.
Jai Jagannath, we got
Jai
Jai
Jagannath.
Pataka.
Pataka.
We have Jai Maharaj and the Jai Pataka on our temple front. So wonderful. I won't delay you because we're running short of time. So there's the flag. Jai Ho, Evo. Thank you,
Haribo.
Pranava. That's wonderful. Yes. I wonder where you got those flags from. Oh, both of them. Yeah, excellent. Look at that. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatme. Ah, look at that, Pranava is busy. Excellent. Thank you. That was brilliant. Okay, so what have you got for us today then?
We glorify Mahamantra.
It's below your voice, as the sound is a little low, so.
Is it better, Prabhuji?
Okay, Haribol, say now.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Very
So I
well.
leave you to it and inspire everyone, and let's hear you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for giving us
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 जगन्नाथ हरि बोल जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा नीलचल चंद्र स्वामी जगन्नाथ नीलचल माधव प्यारे जगन्नाथ नीलचल चंद्र स्वामी जगन्नाथ नीलचल माधव प्यारे जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा नीलचल चंद्र स्वामी जगन्नाथ नीलचल माधव प्यारे जगन्नाथ नीलचल चंद्र स्वामी जगन्नाथ नीलचल माधव प्यारे जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा रानी की
Jai Ho.
हरे कृष्णा
Hari Bola. I mean, I love the second part of the version because it was, because, you know, to me, singers can sing from the heart and trained up, melodic and everything. But when it's spontaneous, that's when I get excited because I'm one of the spontaneous guy because, you know, I'm not trained up or anything, but always learn that you must express yourself. And I read it. I didn't hear, I heard it. Sorry, I read it. The Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually didn't like having harmonium in his kirtans. And he's written most of the bhajans, you know, O Vaishnava Thakur and Gopinath. So how did he do all those tunes and everything like that? And Bengalis are brilliant at singing. And, you know, so I was surprised. So I would say that keep up that live, you know, mood and really sing out for the Lordship. And when you go to Bengal, you hear their Guru Vandana prayers. they always sing high pitch, and I used to wonder why do they do that. So when the Westerners come on, they have the key they like, and they sing in this very nicely, and it's wonderful that way. But when I'm with the locals, they always sing high, and the mridanga is never keeping it steady. They sometimes speed it up, then they slow it down, and it's all with the mood, like that. So that was fantastic. Thank you very much. And tomorrow, of course, is the Rath Yatra, and I'm sure you're going to be excited because your little Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra,
Yes.
they want to see their homeland. Well, tell them it's behind me. That is where they came from. And the Shilpa, the one who carves Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, he's the one who carved your deities as well. Well, as you know the story. So,
With your
you were ringing me saying, can you give me a deity? And Jagannath was arranging it all. And I never saw that person again after, we made that purchase. All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourself. And Shraddha Devi is now waiting in the wings. She is the Taylor sisters of Coventry and Rugby. And, she's going to sing something wonderful. So I'm waiting for that. So over to her. Thank you so much. Over to Shraddha Devi. Shraddha Devi, where are you? There she is. Now, you got a big smile on your face. There must be a reason. Did you take darshan of the Lordship today?
Darshan of the Lordship, yes, Prabhu. That's a brilliant. I would like to, if I could do, I could stay all day there till night.
Wow.
And if you allow me.
No,
But,
it's amazing. It's lovely to see you smile because you're so much in pain. So much in pain. Is it your left or right?
It's both left and right, both.
Oh, where is it? But your middle, smiling. That is amazing.
Smiling.
See, anybody else, will not be smiling. But because you've taken darshan, and now I've called you Taylor sister, and you're going to sing Glorify the Lord. So please go ahead and, inspire everybody else. Over to you.
It's not complete bhajan, but I just added few words in there. It's like a dhun. So we just glorify Jagannath. That's what.
Jai Ho. Over to you.
Jai Jagannath.
Jai.
जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। जय जय जगन्नाथ मनमोहन रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। जय जय जगन्नाथ मनमोहन रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। आन विराजे हैं प्रभु जी, आन विराजे हैं। आन विराजे हैं हरि जी, आन विराजे हैं। जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। तुम क्या जानो तुम बिन कैसे दिवस बिताए हैं। तुम क्या जानो तुम बिन कैसे दिवस बिताए हैं। बिरहा की अग्नि में जल तन मन झुलसाए हैं। बिरहा की अग्नि में जल तन मन झुलसाए हैं। नैनों में भर कर नीर प्रभु जी शीस झुकाते हैं। नैनों में भर कर नीर प्रभु जी शीस झुकाते हैं। जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। 2 दिन की कर गए तो 100 वर्ष बिताए हैं। 2 दिन की कर कहे जो फिर 100 वर्ष बिताए हैं। पुरी में ऐसे गए तो व्रजना वापस आए हैं। पुरी में ऐसे गए तो व्रज में वापस आए हैं। याद तेरी में हमने देखो नीर बहाते हैं। जय जय जगन्नाथ, जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। अब वो बने द्वारकाधीश, अब नहीं गाय चराते हैं। अब तो बन गए द्वारकाधीश, अब नहीं गाय चराते हैं। कौन कौन नाचे रे, कौन कौन नाचे रे, गौर हरि नाचे रे, महाप्रभु नाचे रे, गौर हरि नाचे रे, महाप्रभु नाचे रे, महाप्रभु नाचे रे, आनंद नाचे रे, महाप्रभु नाचे रे, आनंद नाचे रे। जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के नथ पर आन विराजे हैं, जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं, जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं, के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं, के रथ पर आन विराजे हैं। जगन्नाथ महाप्रभु की
जय
जय,
हो।
महाप्रभु की जय, गौर हरि।
That was fantastic. You know, Jagannath Stuti in Hindi could normally be Uriya or Bengali like that. So, you know, you are really making it that Jagannath is our Hindi speaker. So thank you so much. Really love that. And Gaur Nache hain. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, you know, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, people would see Jagannath ji as Krishna, and then Balram as Balram, and then Subhadra as, well, sorry, Jagannath as Vishnu, and Balram ji as Shivji, and Subhadra as Lakshmi, or Brahma, Lord Brahma. And so Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they saw it like that. So when I first went, first time, they introduced the deities like that. And I kept thinking, yeah, maybe, but I don't understand. You know, I thought it was Krishna, Balaram, and Subhadra, the sister. So as we kept reading, going there and all that, so there are a whole lot of people thinking of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra as different deities. And it's not that everybody thinks, you know, they are Krishna, Balaram, and Subhadra Maharani. It was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was there, he changed the whole meaning, told the Rahasya. And that's why the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, to them, Rath Yatra has a different meaning altogether. So really, really excited about it. Thank you so much, Shraddha Devi. Now we're going to go over to, yeah, you want to say something?
No, later on.
Okay, maybe later on. Maybe later on. I'm going to invite you to speak later on. Yeah, I'll invite you there. Thank you. So Pranava Prabhu, I mean, you put the flags up there, you know, wonderful action. That was amazing. So you kept that quiet. You didn't say anything. I love surprises like that. And I love this yatra because everybody is, you know, so enthusiastic to do more and more for the Lordship, for the spiritual master, for the temple, for the deities, and the Lordship. So Sudarshan is there, Pranava is there. They've just driven fast to get back home. So there you are. Excellent. Take a deep breath and glorify the Lord. I'll talk to you later. Come on. Jai.
Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvane Kore Jai Charanavana
Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvane Kore Jai Charanavana
Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvane Kore Jai
Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvane Kore Jai Charanavana
Nilashaya Sankha Chakra Gada Padradha Nariyana Gare Danda Kamandaluka
Nilachala Shankha Chakra
Gada Padradha Nariyana Gare Danda Kamandaluka Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvane Bole Jai
Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvane Bole Jai Charanavana
Keho Bole Pura Vede Ravan Harila Golo Kera Vaibhav Lila Prakash Korila Keho Bole Pura Vede Ravan Harila Golo Kera Vaishnav Golo Kera Vaibhav Lila Prakash Korila Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvane Bole Jai Charanavana Hare Krishna Ram Gora Korila Pracha Shri Adhara Bhave Gora Avatar Hare Krishna Ram Gora Korila Pracha Jai Jai Jagannath Satchidananda Tribhuvan Bhole Jai Sharanavata Jai Jai Jagannath Satchidananda Tribhuvan Bhole Jai Vasudeva Gosha Bole Koro Joto Ha Jai Gaur Sai Krishna Sai Jagannath Vasudeva Gosha Bole Koro Joto Ha Jai Gaur Sai Krishna Sai Jagannath Jai Jai Jagannath Satchidananda Hare Bole Jai
Jaya Jaya Jagannath Satchidananda Tribhuvan Bhole Jai Sharanavata
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhava Tumi
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhava Tumi
Jai Jagannath Swami Jai Jagannath Jai Baladev Jai Subhadra
Jai Jagannath Swami Jai Jagannath Jai Baladev Jai Subhadra
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Gurudev
Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Thy God Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol God Hari Bol
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol
Thy God Thy God Thy God Thy God
Nitai Gaur
Sajindai Shanti Ki Jai Jagannath Suddha Ki Jai Hari Bol.
That was wonderful. Thank you very much, young devotee. Yeah, excellent. I'm going to call you, when we talk about Rath Yatra, so think of something, because when you are tiny to now, what your impression is of Rath Yatra? Do you get excited, or, what did you like going to the manor or to Radharani's bakery or something like that? I mean, you can say whatever you want to do. We'll call you later on. Thank you very much. And Pranava, thank you for the flags. Putting them up, it looked beautiful. I was actually, when we were cleaning, I saw the flag mast, because we don't have the flags. Little did I know there was a surprise there. So thank you so much. Now we've had Rita Devi, she sent me a text saying she enjoyed taking darshan today. You know, she came and did this seva. So thank you, Rita Devi, for, you know, being there and enjoying it. And I am actually thinking of Jai Radhe because I remember her, you know, aching that I'm not able to take darshan of the Lordship. So I'm going to ask Vidur later on, because I'm sure he was there when Jai Radhe came. How did she feel? So there's many other there. And Kapila Ben is there as well. And I remember her incidents when she was in Jagannath Puri, you know, Jagannath ji grabbed hold of her sari, won't let go. So since then, she's become a Jagannath fan. Jagannath ji, you know, he tackles everybody personally. It's not just a general blessing. It's one-to-one as well. And that's so cute about Lord Jagannath. He might be Lord of the universe, but he's a personal God as well. So thank you very much. So now, you know, there's no Rath Yatra complete or festival complete with without Jagannath Ashtakam and sung by Guru Sevak. So Guru Sevak, are you ready? Yes, there you are, all positioned. So we're looking forward to your sweet, you know, bassy voice glorifying Lord Jagannath. And from what I hear, that when you first sang it, you just were familiar with the words, as if this is your song. So maybe you can tell others about it, you know, before you start singing. Jai Ho. Can you bring Guru Sevak in, please? There you are. So when you first sang this, it was familiar to you?
It seemed like that. There's a few bhajans that have been like that. Damodar Ashtakam is one of them, and Jagannath Ashtakam one of the others, where I just may have heard it once or twice and just seem to know all the words.
Excellent. So now with the singing, you know, let's hear you. Jai Ho.
Jagannath Ashtakam Punya Yapate Prayata Suchi Sarva Papa Vishodhatma Vishnu Lokam Sagacchati Jagannatha Swami Nayanapato Gami Bhavatu Me Jagannatha Swami Nayanapato Gami Bhavatu Me Kadachit Kalindi Tat Vipin Sangeeta Karavo Udabir Nari Vadan Kamala Swadama Dupa Ramashambhu Brahma Mara Pati Ganeshashit Pado Jagannath Swami Nayan Patagami Bhavatu Me Jagannath Swami Nayan Patagami Bhavatu Me Bhuji Savya Venum Shira Shikhi Shivitam Katitate Tukulam Nitante Saha Charikataksham Vedate Sadashimad Vrindavan Pasati Lila Parichayo Jagannath Swami Ayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Jagannath Swami Ayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Mahambodhisthire Kana करुचिरनीलशिखरे वसन प्रसरान्त सहज फलभद्रेना बोलिना सुभद्रा मध्यस्थ सत सकल सुरा सेव सरदो जगन्नाथ स्वामी गणपतगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपतगामी भवतु मे कृपा पारवार सज जलदर्शिनी रुचिरो रमवाणी राम सुरात अमल पंखेरुमुखा सुरेंद्रेराराध्य श्रुति कनसिका गीत चरितो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे रथारूढ़ो गच्छन्पति मिलितबुधैव पठले स्तुति प्रातुर्भावं पति पदमुपाकर्ण्य सदया दया सिंधु बंधुर्सक जगताम सिंधु सुतया जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी परब्रह्म पीठ कुव लयदलत्फूल नयनो निवासी नीलाद्रोणी चरणोनंत शिरसि रसानंद राधा सर सबभूरालिंगन सुखो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे न वयच राजं न च कनकमनेख्य विभावम् नयाचेहं रम्यां सखा जनकां व्यवरवधो सदा काले काले प्रम पतिना गीत चरितो जगन्नाथ स्वामी पथगामी भवतु मे हरतं संसारं द्रुत धर्मसरं सुरपते हरतं पापानां विता हिमपालं यादवपते अहो दीननाथेनि चरणो निश्चितमेधम् जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी
Rivola, Rivola.
जय जगन्नाथ।
Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. I got to give it to Sudarshan. Thank you for putting Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. But when they came on, your expression changed. You know, you were singing before, then you realized who you're singing to. So, how do you feel singing to Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, this beautiful Ashtakam?
It's always lovely doing this, and
yeah,
I especially always remember doing it at Rath Yatra in London.
Yeah, Rath Yatra is absolutely
though
brilliant. I mean, we really miss London Rath Yatra last year, and this year we're not sure which way it's going to go. But thank you so much for being an inspiration, you know, during Rath Yatras and all your hard work. You've been putting the card together, then you sing it, then you pack it, all that kind of hard work, but it's worth it. So it's for the pleasure of Lord Jagannath and the devotees. Thank you very much. So we'll have to now start with our chat. Now, it won't be a class as such, and I'll be inviting Vidhu Prabhu on, and Shraddha Devi, and also Tamal Prabhu, and Sudarshan. But first, could we have Vidhu Prabhu on? Congratulations, Vidhu Prabhu.
Hey,
you organized the Seva today so nicely, you know. I mean, you went yesterday, prepared it all, and then people turned up and they were all going away with a smile on their faces. How did you do that?
How did I do that? It's called commitment.
Wow,
when
excellent.
When something you take on, then you can't leave it loose.
Correct.
You can't leave it loose. The leaders have to take charge.
Excellent.
And that's very important. Otherwise, it tends to fall apart.
But you did very well. I mean, you bought all the brushes and everything, and the various other tools and the pipe connection, the water and all kind of things. And, you know, the darshan was very nicely laid out. So people knew they have to be told which way to go and take the darshan. And I must give to the pujaris, the deities were dressed up so nicely. Thank you, Pujari Dev. Absolutely brilliant looking, you know.
Yes.
And to see them personally standing in front of them is another dimension altogether. Yes.
I was expressing with several of the devotees there that, you know, many of them are coming and staying in the shop for a long time.
Yes.
And you see, and then realize it's okay being on the flat screen, but when you're there in front of the altar, it is different. It has its own dynamic and its own ras, its own flavor.
And the same for Rath Yatra. You know, you can watch it on TV because now you were there.
Yes.
You were there. So what was your kind of, you feel like a little lost soul amongst all those incredible amount of people. I mean, how did you feel?
I mean, if you look at the picture behind you, somewhere in there, you might say, notice I might be there somewhere, you know. I mean, it's just a joke, isn't it? I mean, that's just part of the road, but this whole road is, I don't know,
way.
2 kilometers or more, is it? Probably, yeah, it's more than 2 kilometers.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
all of it is like packed like that. All of it's packed like that.
Amazing.
It is stunning. It is awesome, and you feel so small. You feel so
small and insignificant.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but you know, although we feel insignificant, we do feel loved though.
Oh yeah,
loved by everybody.
We are small, almost like the squirrel helping to build Lord Ram's grave. Okay, he may be small, but Lord Ram was loving his effort.
Excellent.
So,
excellent.
Okay, so we may be small in that event, but Lord Jagannath loves us.
He does. He's amazing. I was just saying about Kapila Ben, how Jagannathji grabbed her sari. I mean, how brilliant is that? I don't think she's got rid of the sari. I mean, she never will. And so it's fantastic. Now, normally when we have London Rath Yatra, you are the guy who will take the car instead of being in the coach and then drive back, the pujaris and all that kind of thing. And I must say, I applaud your commitment. I mean, you always not just think about yourself, you think about everybody, and it's kept you in that role since we started a long time ago. We didn't know what the commitment is going to be, but I think the commitment itself teaches us to be committed, or you don't get the results. You know, you get a lot of criticism. So normally, if a Rath Yatra is coming, what goes through your mind immediately? What sort of things you have to do, you know, as a leader? Because I'm just sharing with people, like, it's okay being there, but to get there, there's a lot of work done beforehand, like coaches and things.
We have to
Coaches
start weeks ahead. We know, like booking the coach. Otherwise, we leave it too late. There's no coach. And it's also important. Over the years, we learned that sometimes we went for the cheap coaches and we regretted it. So we also want to worry about the quality of the journey itself.
Yes,
it should be pleasant, not like what was that. And so all those things you start several weeks ahead, and then you have to start notifying people, please book your coaches, don't leave it till last minute. and of course people always do, and then there's panic and people are scrambling for seats which aren't there. So we get there, and then also it's not just me, then from the other party who look after the cart itself.
yes,
Our PA card.
yeah.
They also start 3-4 weeks ahead, because there's a lot of servicing of the car to be done, repairing, maintaining. So it's people see the final product, right? But they don't really know what's going behind it.
The preparation for it.
It's almost like you turn up at a wedding, because you're on the bridegroom side, aren't you? So you just turn up at the wedding, and you don't know what's going on the other side.
Well, Tatikshu, similarly, Tatikshu takes his chariots everywhere. I mean, we just see him, he's hidden somewhere, he never gets applauded or anything like that. But without him, the European Rath Yatras wouldn't be happening as they are, like such a big, card. So thank you very much. And if you can stay on, because later on, I want to touch on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood in front of Rath Yatra, because we were reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. And I've got some shlokas. I mean, I'll read the English translation, to realize publicly that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had that mood. So it's not put on by few devotees or Srila Prabhupada. So it's in parampara, and we should see it like that. And Rath Yatra has a different deep meaning, rather than just a car festival or just another, a procession or something like that, or whatever name you want to do. It's actually a very much, a confidential, touching moment, and I always pine for that when I'm at Rath Yatras. But with all the hustle and bustle, you can't think for yourself. You get pushed. Can you sing? The PA is too loud or not too loud, or this has happened. I'm thinking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't bother with that. There was no PA system then at that time, 500 years ago. It was just singers, and they would just carry the mood like that. So we'll discuss that. So I like to bring, if Tamal Prabhu is there, or Shraddha Devi and Shravan, if you can come on. And they also went to Jagannath Puri, and there's some amazing, there's Shraddha Devi. So if you can put Shraddha on screen. Jai Ho, Jai Jagannath. We can't hear you. It's unmuted, it says.
Roger, they have to connect to the audio, they're still connecting.
Oh. Can you say Jai Jagannath, Shraddha Devi? Okay, we can hear something, yeah. Okay, we got you, yeah.
Haribo?
Haribo, Jai Ho. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Haribo?
Haribo.
Jai Jagannath.
Yeah, Jai Jagannath. Can you hear us? Looks like they can't. If Shravan is there, tell him get working.
Hanji, sir.
You can hear us now?
Hanji, I can hear you, yeah.
Excellent. Well done. All right. You are not new to Jagannath Puri. And so how do you feel when you actually arrived the first day? Because you weren't there for the Rath Yatra, I can understand. And Tamal was there, and Shravan has been there. So your experience of Jagannath Puri, when you actually get there, how do you feel?
Jagannath Puri, getting there, first of all, when we land there, we think just we are in the other planet.
Wow.
And for a moment, we feel just we left everything behind. and so excited to see Jagannath ji, and we just talking and even asked the driver, please can you tell us Leela of Jagannath ji?
Wow, wow.
And we don't want to talk anything else. We don't want to know anything else. We're just so eager to just have a Jagannath darshan. That's the first thing. And the experience, first of all, just we like to thank to Premanjari and yourself, encouraging us. Otherwise, we wouldn't be going there. We wouldn't be know anything about Jagannath ji at all. Like years ago, we used to go here, Rath Yatra, just going for a day out.
Day out, yes, yes.
Not just Jagannath, all we used to go for eating corn on the cob, London Rath Yatra, nothing else. We never inquire about that. Even I accepted, we used to stop in a manner, and I would not bow down to Prabhupada ji. I would say, I don't know, Buddha kaun baitha. And that's the big offense. But I cried so many years for that. I accepted this my offense in front of all the devotees on one of the Puja.
Yes, I remember.
I hope Prabhupada ji will mainu maaf karenge na.
No, he got you. He got you. You know, your granddaughter. Your granddaughter. He didn't mind, of course. Otherwise,
yes.
If he wasn't happy with you, you wouldn't have become a disciple, grand disciple. So well done, Jai.
Yeah, definitely. But talking about Puri, I will share one of the family experience when Omkar was here, when we went first time.
Hanji.
And we went to Samudra chale gaye asi, ishnan karan vaste ishnan karke aaye, and he told us, he said, guess what? I said, what? He said, I've seen Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. I said, how do you see that? He said, my eyes was half open and half closed, just like half asleep, something like that.
Yes.
He said, it's on the wall in his room, Jagannath ji, Baldev, Subhadra, three of them, they're there. And he said, don't worry, I'm here for you.
Wow, wow.
And that was a really big thing for all of us. Not just for Omkar.
You're in his city, you're in Jagannath city. He can come into any hotel rooms, or he owns the whole place. He can communicate.
And we have realized it from there, even with the ill health, as even when Omkar went to Vrindavan, going to Barsana, and they were asking, shall we carry you? He said, no, Radharani brought me up to here. She will take me up to the temple as well.
Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe.
I don't want anybody carry me. Radharani will take me.
Wow.
So we have realized it from the Puri, it's just like, even we have got ill health, if he's there, Jagannath ji will come to you if you can't reach to him.
Jai Ho, Jai Ho.
Jagannath ji come himself to his devotees, because devotee बहुत प्यारे है भगवान.
Wow.
That was our experience, and the other experience from making outfit for Jagannath ji with Premanjari's help, with Premanjari's encouragement. That was the big day for us. And my first yatra was, I don't know, because I want to go close to Jagannath ji. One of Panda came, he just pulled my hand, he just, Mataji, come on. Mataji, jaldi aaye. Don't look behind yourself. I said, who is this Panda came? He just take me to, he just pulled me, stop, not telling lie. And I don't know, he just second, within a second, I was in front of Jagannath ji on the altar, looking up like that. I have a job to see Jagannath ji's face from there. And that memory is my best memory from that, and the taking first outfit. But telling experiences, it's nice because pyar or bhav come from Shravan. But by telling, we can't experience till we go personally there, or just have this experience personally itself.
That's right.
By saying, as you say, there's a honey in the bottle, or this mango sweet, but we can't taste it until we taste ourselves.
Well
so, but by listening, bhav, pyar, prem, create by listening on that. Listening to baad, usnu dekhan di ichha hundi hai.
Yes.
Dekhan to baad usnu milan di ichha hundi hai.
Jai.
ਮਿਲਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਨਾਲ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਰਵ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਕੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰ ਸਕਾਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੇਮੀ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਸੇਵਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੇਮੀ ਆਪ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਪ੍ਰੇਮੀ ਦੀ
Jai, Jai, Jai. Very good.
So that is my experience, Prabhuji. I hope I will get this nectar through all your devotees, so I could serve Jagannath Ji. I could serve Baldev Subhadra Ji.
You will, you will.
Thank you
Jai.
so much. Thank you. Jai Jagannath.
Thank you, Jai. Is Tamal there?
Hanji.
Tamal, if you can, yeah, if you can, because his leg is in plaster or.
Hanji, hanji. Hello.
Yeah.
My video is being disabled.
Here.
Jai Ho Balle Balle.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Jai Jagannath. How are you going to
Jai
play the
Jagannath.
dole? How are you going to play the dole with your leg? You
I'm
couldn't even
sure-
do break dancing. I mean, break dance, you broke your leg. I mean,
I'm sure with Jagannath Ji's mercy, I should be able to.
yes. All right. Your experience, we got like short time now, so you'll have to be kind of
I'll make
quick.
it.
But,
I'll make it quick. Just stop me when you need to. Because I won't stop. My first experience was obviously Nava Kalebaram 2015 July. And obviously, as we all know, it's the changing. Jagannath Ji obviously changes his body. Very emotional experience because, again, there's so many points where I can start. And I mean, I'll start from the question you asked, obviously, Mom, as well. The feeling you get there is an experience that nobody can explain, and it's very subjective to you because Jagannath Ji tells you, I know you're here, and then something that will happen or an experience will happen, which is it's not comprehensible, and only you can relate to it. So those of you who know me, like you probably, I'm full on. I love Hanumanji, and that's my sort of bhav to Krishna. I'm Das, and I love Hanumanji. Always, Hanumanji was always my forefront, and obviously Lord Krishna, and Jagannath Ji obviously now. And everywhere I went, I remember Artatharanji telling me, he goes, when you come here with the type of bhav you have, and what's on your mind frame, Jagannath Ji will actually reciprocate. Everywhere I went, Hanumanji was everywhere, everywhere. And in front of me, Artatharanji actually said, he goes, Darunji, and he was very respectful. Darunji, did you know at the top of the temple, there's Hanumanji, and they do Aarti to him every evening? And Shravan looked around and he goes, where did that come from? Why would Artatharanji say that to you? That's not relevant. We didn't ask that question. And so many different points. And Jagannath Ji was relatable. I remember we went to Gandija and my feet, because we were walking Nangeperi without chappala, and I got blisters on my feet. And I was like, no, I'm going in, I'm seeing Jagannath, right? And it got so bad I had to go back to go and get my chappala. And everybody knows when you're at Rath Yatra, your chappala will get destroyed. I mean, me and Shravan and Prakash had a good joke about it because my chappala kept getting destroyed and I had to go Nangeperi most times. I remember going into Gandija temple, right? And I've never seen Jagannath Baldev Subhadra so close because the chambers are always closed every time I went in. And I looked up and I'm talking feet, probably feet. I could see the carvings on Jagannath's neck, where with the chadar that's wrapped around Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. And obviously my attraction straight away went to Subhadra Maya, straight away, for God knows whatever reason, because I never had that feeling, because this is the first time. And I remember the police officer, chalo, chalo, chalo. He was hitting me with a stick. I couldn't even feel it. Chalo, chalo, chalo. And I turned around and Shravan was like, shh. Those of you know me know what I'm like. I was like, he's like, shh, don't say anything. So we moved across and I was getting really pushed. Obviously, I'm not exactly a tall guy, not tall by far, but I put my hand up. And again, I've probably told this story millions of times because it's engraved in my head. And I put my hand up. And there was a Gucci, I don't know where it came from, a Tulsi from Balaramji's Charan. My hand was full of fresh Tulsi that smelled so beautiful. And we went around the back, we did Parikrama, we came back around. And I looked and Prakash, like, he goes, where'd you get all that Tulsi from? I said, I don't know. And we literally all had that Tulsi go to Artathanji. But this is the crazy thing. We all consumed that Tulsi, we all honored the Tulsi, but it never came back with me. This is the amazing thing. I took it back to the hotel room. And nobody knows where it went. It just vanished. We put it in a bag, and it was a bag that was on this table in Niladri, just vanished. We were talking about it recently. I said to Shravan, I don't even know where it went. He goes, it was hung on the mirror. I didn't touch it. Prakash didn't touch it. How can it vanish? So it was amazing how Jagannath Ji, I mean, I'll leave it on this last note because I'm not going to stop. But when I mean like the way Jagannath Ji retaliates with you, when we last went back in 2017, by this time, obviously, I'd been coming to the temple. I really wanted Diksha, and I love our deities, our boards, you know, Sachin and Taichan. So when I went this time around, Hanumanji is always there for me, always at my forefront, but there was something missing. This time something was really missing. And for me, it was like, I just want my deities. I want our deities. And I remember going to this time round, everywhere I saw Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. I walked around in the courtyard and I saw Gauranga Mahaprabhu's charan. There was a little sort of, little temple outside. Yeah. And I remember I was wheeling Dad around and I was standing there and I looked to my right and there was a little hut and it says, this is a charan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I was like, oh, wow, never seen that before. Walked around. And then there was like a little area of Nityananda Prabhu. And I'm like, where is this coming from? And in my heart, I realized later on, like, I just want my own deities. I love Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, but I'm missing that separation with our own deities. I really want to see Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And Jagannath Ji gave me that. I remember that feeling as I'm talking about it now. I can feel that feeling coming through. And that's a feeling that it's very hard to explain the emotion behind that feeling. The Lord can only do that to you.
Correct.
I remember chanting my rounds. I mean, I would sit in Jagannath Puri courtyard or Haridas Thakur Samadhi all day long if I could chant the way I chanted when I was on in that Dham. There's no other feeling.
Excellent.
Unless Coventry Temple as well. So let's throw that in there.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that. We're running out of time. Otherwise,
no worries. Thank
would
you.
have listened more. But we'll spend some more time, maybe another weekend or something like that on air, so people can enjoy the thing. No. Just okay. Hope you get better and you like that.
Thank you,
and next, I would like Sudarshan Prabhu to come on. Young Sudarshan, Vidhu Prabhu, you could ask him a few questions, if you may. We've known Sudarshan when he was crawling on the carpet in the temple. Where are you, Sudarshan? So what's your memory of Sudarshan? Straight from Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, Puri, we got Sudarshan. Okay, Vidhu Prabhu, you can ask him some questions about Rath Yatra. Can you unmute Vidhu Prabhu? Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My body is in recovery mode at the moment. All I know is the Sudarshan, you created a storm all over the world at 3 years when you did a kirtan, it's spontaneous. This is the word, spontaneous kirtan in a temple when you're 3 years old. And that, I think, video went viral amongst the devotee community. And since then, you actually virtually grown up from baby in our yatra. And here you are now, you're a mature young person in secondary school. How are you relating to the deities in Coventry Yatra?
I think is Burji, I think Sachin Dachan have just guided me in this way, in this pathway. Because if it wasn't without the Devotees Association or without the deities' guidance or the blessings, I don't think I would be in this position of having the Devotees Association and having great parents like my parents.
Right. So I'm glad you mentioned the blessings of your parents and guidance, maybe an occasional scolding. But because the devotees are parents and they are guiding you and urging you towards the devotee path. Now you go to school and young people like you must be under intense pressure to do what everybody else of your age is doing. How do you cope with that?
It's mainly to do with the environment I've grown up with, because when I came to England the first time, we used to live near the temple. So we'd always be at the temple and always be with the devotees, either be there for decoration or be there for something. So it's the way that I've been brought up and the environment I've been brought up. I don't think many people have the opportunity that I've had, where I've always been in the association of devotees and they've always guided me. So I think that's the key point that actually led me.
Well done to you, and I also want to actually at the same time congratulate and be proud of all the children of our temple. It's incredible at their ages, they're joining our evening Zoom programs, they're taking part in the readings. And there's such a joy to have them part of this group and to be so active in it. So,
I have a quick question for Sudarshan. So what impressions do you have from being a baby to now when you went to Rath Yatra in London?
When I went to theatre when I was a kid, I still remember we used to go with Balaram and all the other children. And the main thing that we look for is having ice cream after, on the way back. But then towards when we've grown up, and then towards now, I've been involved in doing the Kirtan part, and I've also actually enjoyed being part of doing by doing the Kirtans, as it's very energetic, and also being part of the PA, being always there and helping whenever they need help. So yeah.
Okay, so I mean, as you get older and older, I mean, does Rath Yatra, now we've done the reading as well, does it have different perspective on the Rath Yatra, you think?
I think so, yes, Brady, because as I said, as a kid, it was seen as a fun time for me. But now, once you understand the actual background, I think it makes it more serious. Not more serious, but more, not that, what do you call it, funny, but more serious. But also seeing it as a way of reciprocating your love to the Lord.
Yeah, serious in the sense it's part of your life. You know,
Yeah.
it's the love of your life and part of life. It's not like you have a life and then there's Krishna. You know, the whole thing is Krishna consciousness, you know. When you're at school, you're Krishna conscious. When you're at home, you're Krishna conscious. When there's festival. And, you know, it's amazing how your perspective, that Prabhupada said, the Lord is maintaining you, you know, to everybody. So that we must realize Krishna is maintaining us. Even if you're not doing activities which are to do with Krishna directly, even if it's indirect, Krishna is maintaining it, you know, so that's amazing. So thank you very much. And I'll talk to Vidhu Prabhu now. And the verses I mentioned here, I'll read them. I mean, it's amazing. It says here, Vidhu Prabhu, this is Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, and it's 13th chapter, 124th verse. Because formerly all the gopis of Vrindavan were very pleased when they met with Krishna in the holy place of Kurukshetra. Then the next verse goes, similarly, after seeing Lord Jagannath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu awoke with the ecstasy of gopis. Being absorbed in this ecstasy, he asked Rup Damodar to sing the refrain. So Damodar was singing something really, really beautiful. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speaks to the deities and he goes to Jagannath. Although we are both the same, my mind is still attached to Vrindavan Dham. I wish that you will please again appear with your lotus feet in Vrindavan. Next, in Kurukshetra, there are crowds of people, elephants and horses, and also the rattling of chariots. But in Vrindavan, there are flower gardens, and humming of the bees and chirping of the birds can be heard. Here at Kurukshetra, you are dressed like a royal prince, accompanied by great warriors. But in Vrindavan, you appear just like an ordinary cowherd boy, accompanied only by your beautiful flute. Here, there is not even a drop of the ocean of transcendental happiness that I enjoyed with you in Vrindavan. So goes further, I therefore request you to come to Vrindavan and enjoy pastimes with me. If you do so, my ambition will be fulfilled. So I'll stop there because we're running short of time. But Vidhu Prabhu, you can see this is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishnadas Kaviraj is actually writing this. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was feeling like that. Only Swarup Damodar could understand it and few others. The rest of them didn't know what was going on. So, you know, you can be in front of the deities or in Rath Yatra and not feel the same thing. So as you grow in Krishna consciousness, you get to know the deeper meaning. Every time we say we should be serious about Krishna consciousness, what does that mean? I think the word should be, we should be deeper in Krishna consciousness. It means it's limitless. You go deeper and deeper and deeper. I mean, you can't stop. But if you stay at one level, it means you're not going deeper. So you're going to miss out on the levels. You know, there's so many levels to it. So, I mean, with that in mind, what I've just read, it's formal, it's scriptural, and it's a message to everyone. Please don't think of that just as a procession. Even when you are there at Rath Yatras, you're pulling Jagannathji to Vrindavan. You're helping Radharani. You're helping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying, let's go to Vrindavan. It's not a day out, as somebody pointed out. It's not for ice cream. You can have ice cream afterwards anyway, or you can scream. And then all these things, the base should be, we are pulling Krishna from Dwarka or Kurukshetra back to Vrindavan. So with that in mind, Vidu Prabhu, do you sometimes, when you're there at Rath Yatra in London or when you were in Jagannath Puri, get that perspective or not really? I mean, just sharing.
Well, for me personally, it's difficult because you are in the hustle bustle.
Yes.
You're surrounded by hustle bustle. It's like, I was thinking when this was mentioned a little earlier on, imagine you're in Howrah Junction, in Howrah station, you're there. Yeah. And you try and find yourself a few minutes of quiet for meditation. You can't. No. That's Howrah Junction. It's mad. It's just mad. So because you're in a procession, all types of people are there. All types of people and all types of devotees at different levels.
Yes.
So, but the good thing I like is that, as Tamal was saying, Lord Jagannath reciprocates with each one.
Correct.
Appropriately.
Yeah.
So whatever power you have, he will be having some reciprocation with you if he's merciful.
Thank you for that. And remember when we used to go to London on the coach, I always made sure I would tell the story of Kurukshetra, how Radharani, and this time I was able to go to Kurukshetra, be at the place, there's a tree there where Radharani met Krishna in person, and they had a talk. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur has got a temple there, and there's a tree there, and we were able to be there. And I must say, there wasn't hustle bustle. It was just Premanji and I. We had plenty of time. And, it was quite moving, thinking this is the spot. And there are deities of Jagannath Baldesubhadra about 4 buildings away from that. And you can actually see those deities. So I would say that is the original place for Rath Yatra. All this happening in Jagannath Puri, but that's how Radharani felt like that. So thank you so much, Vidu Prabhu. Thank you for organizing the darshans and the seva and everything like that. It was fantastic. I think we should do this every year. Gundicha Marjanam, cleaning the temple. Well, not every year, I think every month. Every month, if you get people coming and doing service, and then the reward would be they can actually come to take darshan of the Lordship as well. So I think we'll close this discussion here now and then go to the temple, and Guru Sevak and Anuragi would be doing the Kirtan, Jai Ho. So over to the temple, please. And Guru Sevak, oh, there you are. I saw some flash there. Okay, they're ready. Pujari Dev, are we ready to glorify Sri Jagannath?
Yes, I'm ready.
Oh yeah, there you are. Thank you so much.
Jaya Sachinandana Jayo Nitai Chan Jayo Sachinandana Jayo Nitai Chan Sachinandana Jayo Nitai Chan Sachinandana Jayo Nitai Chan Kiba Jayo Jayo Gora Chande Aroti Kashoba
Jayo Jayo Gora Chande Aroti Kashoba
Jana Vita Tavane Jagamana Loba
Jano Vita Tavane Jagamana Loba
Dakine Nitai Chan Bame Gadagara
Dakini Taicha Vamigatadaro
Nikate Advaita Srini
ছত্রধারা
নিকটে অদ্বৈত শিবি বাস ছত্রধার
বসি আছে গৌরাচা রত্না সিংহাসনে
বসি আছে গোরাচা রত্ন সিংহাসনে
আরতি করে না ব্রহ্মা আদি দেবগণে
আরতি করে না ব্রহ্ম হরি দেবগানে
নারাহরি আদি করি চমর দুলায়া
নর হরিয়ালি করি চমরদুলায়
সঞ্জয়া মুকুন্দ বাসু গোসায়াধিকায়া
সঞ্জয় মুকুন্দ বাসু ঘোষাধিকায়
শঙ্খ বাজে ঘন্টা বাজে বাজে খরতালা
শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে বাজে করতা
মাধুরা বেদঙ্গা বাজে পরমর সালা
মধুরামে দঙ্গ বাজে
শঙ্খ বাজে ঘন্টা বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘন্টা বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল নিতাই গৌর হরি বল
তাই গৌর হরি
হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল বাহু কোটি চন্দ্রাজিনী বদন উজ্জ্বলা
কোটি চন্দ্রাজিনী
গলাতে শিবনমালা করে জলমালা
দেশে বনমালা করে জলমালা
শিবা সুত নারদ প্রেমে করতারা প্রেমে
হরি
ভক্তি
Gorange Roti Shobha Gajana Mana Loba
Gajana Mana Loba Gajana Mana Loba Gaurange Aroti Shobha Gajana Mana Loba
Gaurange Aroti Shobha Gajana Mana Loba
Nita Dora Hari
Nitai go
Hari Bo Hari Bo Nita Dora Hari Bo
Nitai go Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Namayo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine
Namayo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine
Jai Prabhupada
Nirvashesha Shunnavani Pashachari Shadarine
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvashesha Sunnavadi Paschatya Shatarine
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jayo Giri Govardhan, Jai Ho Giri Govardhan.
Jai Ho Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jai Ho Giri Govardhan.
Jai Ho Madhusudan, Madhusudan, Madhusudan. Jai Ho Madhusudan.
Jai Ho Madhusudan, 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 Jai Ho Madhusudan.
Jai Ho Manima,
Jai Maniba.
Manima, Jai Ho Manima.
Jai Ho Manima, 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 Jai Ho Manima.
Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Gaura
Jai Nitajan, Jai Nitajan.
Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Jai Nitajan, Jai Nitajan. Jagannath, 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 Jagannath.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hari Bol.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jagannath, 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 Jagannath. Baladev, Subhadra, Baladev, Subhadra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radhe Radhe
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
জগন্নাথ স্বামী নয়ন পতগামী নয়ন পতগামী বাবা তুমি
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavadumi
জগন্নাথ স্বামী নয়ন পতগামী নয়ন পতগামী বাবা তুমি
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavadumi
জয় জগন্নাথ জয় জগন্নাথ জয় বলদেব জয় সুভদ্রা
Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra
জগন্নাথ স্বামী নয়ন পতগামী নয়ন পতগামী বাবা তুমি
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami Bhavadumi.
জগন্নাথ স্বামী নয়ন পতগামী নয়ন পতগামী বাবা তুমি
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami Bhavadumi.
Bolo Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe,
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe,
Radhe 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 Jai Jai Shri Radhe 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 Radhe
Radhe Radhe Radhe,
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe Radhe.
Sitaram Radhe Shyam
Sitaram Radhe Shyam,
Sitaram Radhe Shyam
Sitaram Radhe Shyam.
Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada,
Prabhupada
Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj Jaya Patite Baba
Jaya
Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj
Guru Maharaj, Jaya Patita Baba.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nitai Gaur,
Hari Bol
Nitai Gaur,
Hari Bol
Nitai Gaur.
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Wah wah. Enjoyed it so much. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhans Parivarakacharya Stotra Sachishim's Divine Grace. Aboy Charana Arvinda Srila Prabhupada Pandacharya Iskcon Srila Prabhupada Ki. BBT Pandacharya Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhans Parivarakacharya Stotra Sachishim's Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki. Anant Kori Vaishnav Vrinda Ki. Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki. Sri Vrindavan Dham Mathura Dham Dwarka Desh Dham Ayodhya Dham Navdip Dham Mayapur Dham Jagannath Puri Dham Ki. Gangamai Jamunamai Ki. Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Radha Kund Sham Kund Giri Govardhan Ki. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktavind Ki. Shri Radha Madhava Ki. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Manima ki, Sri Madhusudan ki, Sri Giriraj ki, Sachi Nandanitai Chan ki, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra ki, Sankirtan Yagya ki, Transcendental Book Distribution ki, Bhagavad Gita ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Chaitanya Charitamrit ki, Sri Ramayan ki, Sanatan Dharam ki, Bharat Maa ki, Gau Mata ki, Iskcon Coventry Yatra ki, Iskcon Margin ki, cleaning of the temple ki, Jai Ho. Iskcon congregation ki, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, and all the Zoom programs. And Pujari Dev, thank you very much. The deities look so beautiful.
Prabhuji, it's Gundicha Marjan. It's called Gundicha Marjan.
Gundicha Marjan, but Iskcon Coventry Marjan as well. We got chance after so long. So now what we'll do is we will do Nrsingadev prayers. There's a few people we must remember while we're doing the offering the prayers. So the names are His Holiness Jayapatak Swami and all Iskcon leaders and gurus and all those who are taking care of them and all the devotees suffering around the world. One of the departed souls is His Grace Bhadra Nimai Das. And others who know well is Pradeep, Pankania and daughter, Reena, Lucky, Mrs. Roy's daughter, Premandri, Shraddha Devi, Vijay Mallan, Premalan, Reena Mallan, Pavan Mehta, Chalpati Rao, Gorhari's mother, Selena's mother, Pushpaji, and John, he's had operation on the arm, Sonia, Pavan's daughter, Nitachan Prabhu, he's got problem with one of the eyes, and Arun Luther and Aaron Luther, they've got the coronavirus, so hope they recover very quickly. If there's anybody else who needs prayers, please think of them now. And Anuragi will sing is it Gurusev is going to sing? Nrsingadev. Jai Ho.
Namaste Narasingaya.
Narasingaya.
Yato yato yamitato nisinga.
Yato yato yamitato nisinga.
Bohir nisinga, hridoye nisinga.
Bohir nisinga, hridoye nisinga.
Narasinga modi sharanam prapade.
Narasinga modi sharanam prapade.
Tavakara komalavane nano adbhuto shingo dolita hiranyakashipu tanuvina eshapadita narahari rupa jai jagadisha hare jai jagadisha hare jai jagadisha hare.
Tavakara kamalavane namah adhuta shringaya dalita hiranyakashipu tanuvringa Ishabhadrita Narari Rupa Jai Jagadish
জগদীশ হরে জয় জগদীশ হরে জয় জগদীশ হরে
केशव गीता नारायण रूपा जय जगदीश रे जय जगदीश रे जय जगदीश रे
जय नृसिंहदेव 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 जय नृसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव
जय ओ प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय ओ प्रभुपाद 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 जय ओ प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जगद्गुरु
जय ओ गुरु महाराज गुरु महाराज जय ओ पति के पावन
जय गुरु महाराज गुरु महाराज गुरु महाराज जय पतित
जय ओ
पावन
गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव
जय गौड़ हरि बोल
निताय गौर
हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
ओ हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
Jai Lord Nrsimhadev ki jai, Bhagpala, Srila Prabhupada, Sri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Oh. So what a wonderful festival. So tomorrow is the Rath Yatra, early morning. I think the broadcast from here will be, I think, available 7 in the morning, because it'll be about 12 o'clock. Or you can, do it earlier on. And also, you can tune in. You'll be watching the Rath Yatra and you can offer some bhoga to the Lordship. If you're able to cook, so when you see the Rath coming and you take the darshan of the Lordship, just make some bhoga offering and offer it. And I spoke to the Panda in Jagannath Puri and he says, very good idea. He says, all you devotees qualify to offer bhoga to the Lordship. So wonderful, So you got blessings of the Pandits. So I would say, don't miss this opportunity. Before you only offer to your home deities, tomorrow Rath Yatra, you'll be offering it to the Jagannath, Baldev Subhadra. And honestly, get blessings of Jagannath, Baldev Subhadra and become a great devotee of the Lord. So we really, now before we make announcements, so it is Guru Sevak and Anuragi's wedding anniversary, the 8th one. And we're running short of time because I know some of the viewers might be eager to watch the match. So we won't be doing that. So we got a cake here. Oh, can they see the cake though? Can you move it appropriately? Okay. Right. Oh, there's the cake. Okay. No mistake. That is the cake. So Patita Pavan, I'm sure you would want to eat this, but sorry, you missed out again. So here is the, did you get a lighter? Okay, here's the Jyot as well. We'll sing. Jyot se jyot jagate chalo. Jyot se jyot jagate chalo. Prema ki ganga bahate. Don't drop the cake. Prema ki ganga bahate chalo. Blessings from Sachin and Tachan. राह में आए जो दीन दुखी उसको गले से लगाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो So we're going to sing Happy Anniversary. If you can look, ready? Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to Anuragi and Guru Sevak. Happy anniversary to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to Anuragi and Guru Sevak. The Lord blesses you. So any few things you want to say to everyone?
Just want to say that I hope the Lordship and the devotees bless us to keep serving Satya Nitai Chand for the rest of our lives.
Yes.
They're our darlings. We got married in front of them. So,
I still remember that day. Anuragi, so how do you feel today? I mean, you made the cake and in the morning you actually offered Bhoga to the Lordship in the temple?
Yeah, I think it's been actually probably one of the best wedding anniversaries ever, because I think our whole marriage is what we're trying to do, is try and dedicate it to the service of the Vaishnav, service of the temple, service of the deities. And today it started off with cooking for the deities, doing Tifan Seva, and then it was Gundija Marjana. We went to the temple, we did cleaning there, and then today's Sunday program, we managed to just sing bhajans and sing arti. So I think this is the whole essence of, trying to follow in the footsteps of the Grihastha couples in the temple that are there already, like yourselves, with Uncle, with Rani Auntie, and our parents. So I think this is all due to all your blessings. We'll see your blessings. So thank you. Please continue to bless us like that.
Really. And both of them really work hard in the house as well and at the temple and keep everything going. And it's wonderful. Nice to have you. Well done. Yeah, carry on doing it. Okay, so now, Anuragi, I'm going to give you the task of making announcements. Just simple announcement, whatever they may be.
I haven't checked the calendar.
Well, I mean, Rath Yatra tomorrow, that's the main one, and they do that. And then Zoom, in the evening, Zoom program, we'll have a Zoom program, we'll actually sing more bhajan kirtans.
So we've actually been reading Chaitanya Charitamrit and the Pastor of the Lord Chaitanya and Jagannath Puri. So that's been really, really relishing. So do please join us on Zoom in the evenings, daily
tomorrow
Aarti.
At 7:30 for Aarti, and later we'll carry on reading and glorifying. Thank you so much. I think we can all put our hands together like that and say, Jai Jagannath!
Jai Jagannath!
Hari Bola! Jai Jagannath! Jai. Is he loud? Jai.
जगन्नाथ सचिरानंदा त्रिभुवन कोरिजा चरण वंदा जय जय जगन्नाथ सचिरानंदा त्रिभुवन कोरिजा चरण वंदा चरण वंदा जय जय जगन्नाथ सचिरानंदा त्रिभुवन कोरिजा चरण वंदा लीला चले शंख चक्र गदा पद्मधार नदिया नगर दंड कमंडलुका लीला चले शंख चक्र गदा पद्मधार नदिया नगर दंड कमंडलुका हो बोले पूरबे रावण बधिला गोलोकेर वैभव लीला प्रकाश कोरिला के हो बोले पूरबे रावण बधिला गोलोकेर वैभव लीला प्रकाश कोरिला जय जय जगन्नाथ सचिरानंदा त्रिभुवन कोरिजा चरण वंदा जय जय जगन्नाथ सचिरानंदा त्रिभुवन कोरिजा चरण वंदा चरण वंदन जय जय जगन्नाथ सचिरनंदन त्रिभुवने कोरिजा चरण वंदन श्री राधार भावे बे गोरा अवतार हरे कृष्ण नाम गौर कोरिला प्रचार श्री राधार भावे बे गोरा अवतार हरे कृष्ण नाम गौर कोरिला प्रचार वासुदेव घोष बोले कोरी जोड़हार जय गौर से कृष्ण से जगन्नाथ वासुदेव घोष बोले कोरी जोड़हार जय गौर से कृष्ण से जगन्नाथ जय जय जगन्नाथ सचिरनंदन त्रिभुवने कोरिजा चरण वंदन 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 लीला चले शंख चक्र गदा पद्मधार नदिया नगरे दंड कमंडलुकार लीला चले शंख चक्र गदा पद्मधार नदिया नगरे दंड कमंडलुकार के हो बोले पूरबे रावण बधिला गोलोकेर वैभव लीला प्रकाश कोरिला के हो बोले पूरबे रावण बधिला गोलोकेर वैभव लीला प्रकाश कोरिला जय जय जगन्नाथ सचिरनंदन त्रिभुवने कोरिजा चरण वंदन जय